Now we are into the second way to find the equation of a line. So here we have to find equation of a line passing through 2 points. This one also you have learned in 2D, equation of a line passing through two points. So let's discuss the 2D one, because if we discuss the 2D one, then it will be far easier to relate from 2D to 3D. So it was like this. This one was X, this one was Y, right? Suppose we have a line like this. Now 2 points, it means what? The first point is, suppose it's say x1, y1, and second point is x2, y2. Clear? Now equation of a line passing through 2 points was what? Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, and this one will be x minus x1. This one was the equation of the line, right? But you see, it's same as that previous one, that point slope form. You see, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, it is the slope, right? Previously the slope was given, but in here slope is not given, so we had to find the slope with the help of the 2 points. Understood? Clear? So in the same thing in here, in 3D we will be doing is, you see in here in the previous one, a point was given and a direction, parallel vector was given, but in here there is no parallel vector. So we have to create a parallel vector with these 2 points, just like we create the slope with these 2 points. Understood? So we have to get the idea of it. So first thing, let's draw. So here we have, so this one is your X, this one is your Y, this one is your Z. Okay, now our line goes like, this is our line, right? Now first point, I will take this one as A. Okay, here I haven't told you one thing, that XY, let us take a general point. Why do we take general point? The reason we take a general point is because a line is what? A collection of small points, right? So XY general point means what? It can be 1, 2, it can be 1, 1. It will be all those collection of points which lie on these lines. So XY represent XY general. Why general? Because XY represent all those points which lie on this line. Understood? And X1, Y1, X2, Y2 is such a general point. Okay, it's one of those general points. Okay, so now A, I am taking a point A. The first point I am taking A. I told you before, the point is not that important. What is important? The position vector of those points, right? Then I will take another point B in here. Again, the position vector of that point is important, right? Now I will be taking a general point. So let us take the general point here. So we have here. Understood? And this is a line L and it's in this direction. Okay? Understood? So what I will be doing in here is, listen very carefully. So what we have in here, I don't see any parallel vector, right? But I see one thing. There is one AP vector and there is one bigger one AB vector. What I told you, I have to I found the slope. I found the slope of the line with the help of the 2 points, right? So in the same here, I will find the slope of the line with the help of these 2 points. Can you tell me, you see AB vector, right? You see the first point and second point, AB vector, clear? And what do you see AP vector? Can I say AB vector is collinear with AP vector? If I say AB vector, it's parallel with AP vector, right? So like this way I created the direction. Understood? So let's write down first OA vector. What is OA vector? So this one is O. OA vector is equal to position vector of the point A, right? And let us give it as a name as A vector. Now we have OB vector. What is OB vector? Position vector of the point B. Understood? So let's give it as a name as B vector. And OP vector, we already know what is OP vector. It is a general point. So position vector of the point, what is that? Of the point P, and let's give it as a name as R vector. Right? Understood? So the first thing we have to find is AP vector. Now what is AP vector? You see the terminal point is what? P, and the initial point is A, right? And the point P, the position vector of point P, what is that? R vector, right? So we can directly write that one to be R vector minus A vector. We can write this one directly, okay? Now you see this one we got AP vector. Now can you tell me what will be AB vector? Look, we don't have to use triangle line here. Now we can use directly. In the previous also we can do that thing. Okay, AB vector will be what? Position vector of B vector is B vector minus position vector of A vector is A vector, right? And I told you what? Both these vectors are parallel to each other. So what we can say that AB vector is equal to, what is that? So we have written the opposite one. So it will be AP vector, because we need to have the general one, is equal to AB vector. So this is it. Not AB vector is equal to lambda AP vector. It is also correct, but we have to write in the general way. We have to equate in terms of R vector. That's why you cannot have the lambda. Or else you see, if you would have taken lambda AB vector, it will become 1 by lambda, right? So, but we don't want to complicate things. So let's put those values right here. Since AP vector is parallel to AB vector. Okay, they are collinear, or you can say they are parallel. So now AP vector, now put those values, R minus A vector is equal to B vector minus A vector, right? Now A vector goes that side, R vector is equal to A vector plus, one thing, we have to have lambda, right? B vector minus A vector, here we have lambda. Okay, so this is our vector equation of the line. So this is our vector equation of the line passing through 2 points. Understood? Where A is the position vector of the first point and B minus A vector will gives you the parallel vector. Okay, so this is how we find the equation of the line which is passing through 2 points. Okay, now same as before, we have to find the Cartesian equation of the line. So let's do it. So for Cartesian equation of the line, what we'll do? Cartesian equation of the line. So for Cartesian equation of the line, we'll take A vector as x1 I cap plus x2 j cap plus x3 k cap. Then B vector as So now we will be doing Cartesian equation of the line. So first thing I need to write what is R vector. R vector is given by xi cap, the general point xyz, plus yj cap plus zk cap. This is the general point. Now the first point A vector will be x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, right? Then B vector will be given by x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap, right? So these are the points which we got. Understood? So now let's put all of them in that equation. So the vector equation was what? R vector is equal to A vector plus lambda B minus A vector. This one was our equation, right? So what do I get? R vector is what? Xi cap plus Yj cap plus Zk cap, and that is equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. Okay, plus lambda b minus a, it will be what? Corresponding element subtraction. I am going to write directly x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. Okay, clear? Now let's take this one this side. It becomes x minus x1 I cap plus y minus y1 j cap plus z minus z1 k cap. Okay, and the opposite side it will be same as that, x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. Okay, now equating the corresponding components, what do we get? X minus x1 is equal to lambda x2 minus x1, then y minus y1 is equal to lambda y2 minus y1, then z minus z1 is equal to lambda z2 minus z1. Right? Now let's equating the lambdas. Lambda is equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1, and here lambda is equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1, and here lambda is equal to z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z1. Clear? So equating lambdas, so what I get? X minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z1. So this is our Cartesian equation of a line passing through 2 points.